Great elevation, great timing from Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Yes, good intent as well. Doesn't want the spinner to settle down. The field is up. As you hadn't mentioned, hitting down the ground isn't that easy, but this is a good shot. Got close to the pitch of the ball to be able to hit it inside out.
Turn.
Well, it's a wicket of two halves, and the end that Maxwell's coming from here, it looks really dry, significantly drier this end than the other. You can see already as we have a first glimpse of this track how much it's going to turn.
Brings out the sweep and there's no one there. One bounce into the fence.
That's good batting. He's seen the field. Both the fielders in the ring. Shot fine and shot square leg. That's good shot selection here from Jaiswal.
And I like Ravi the field that he first had. Jaiswal's first shot was superb. He'd go into out. It wasn't a great delivery. Mid-off's going to be quite hard to hit, and I don't think he'll want to hit there anyway. He'll want to and prefer to go through that extra cover region. To me, that's a free hit.
Oh boy, we'll go.
I prefer to have mid-off back up into the ring and have extra protection on the onside, Kartik. If he wants to go into out, Jaiswal, it means that you probably overpitched it, or it's a very good shot. To me, the slog sweep and the sweep on this track is a free hit.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. On a track which is slow, and if you're bowling the right length, the batsman is forced to play a shot. Backs away and carves it through cover. It's a big over. 15 runs coming of it. India 28 without loss.
Oh, it's so good having a left and right hand combination as an opening partnership. Jaiswal deciding to go out into the cover region. Guy quite the same as well. Both deliveries from Maxwell over pitched. And these two high quality youngsters are never going to miss out on that type of delivery.
It's a good intent shown by both these batsmen. Not allowing the bowlers to settle down. They know there's some turn in the surface. It's too paced as well.
Sean Abbott. Cut away, pick that slower one. There was room on offer. Has been put to swerve.
This is a good shot because he's waited. Sometimes with the slower one, you want to go hard and quick. What he's done here is just waited on it that bit longer. Now gives him the opportunity to get that placement.
Slower one again, in the same area again.
This is a very good start. I mentioned earlier, those quality players, but what's great to see is the intent. They know it's a dicey track, but they don't want the bowlers to settle. And this is the values of not committing yourself. Predetermining what shot you want to play, so you wait on that back foot and get that placement.
Superbly done. How good is that from Yashasvi Jaiswal? Pace on this time. Just a late dab.
I feel that it's a little predictable, this from Abbott. Two off-pace deliveries. Even this one here, just trying to go gas on. No third man. So again, it's a free hit. So it's actually 3 free hits in a row, because you've had off-pace delivery which had width, Second delivery was a carbon copy of the first, and then gas on, no third man.
Oh my word. As a bowler, what do you do?
Well, he's toying with the fielder. He peppered that offside with 3 boundaries. This one, he's picked up length so quickly. Not just picked up the length, he's given it a real smack. Sent it into the crowd for 6. He's taken off here, Jaiswal, 30 of just 16.
Well, he's simply getting owned here. Talk about start-up phase for batters. For bowling, it has to be there as well. You have to have your first and second deliveries being pressure deliveries, not free hits. So he's paying the price here.
This time to the left of the man. Another 6. 50 up for India.
Well, this is excellent batting. It's one thing putting the loose deliveries away, but the placement and the awareness of where the field is and the fielders are, it's been quite outstanding. A couple of 6s, this much flatter, but going the distance. And you brought the point up, a right-hand, left-hand batting combination. This is ideal.
A bit of respite for the bowler. 24 runs coming off it. 4 done, 52 without loss.
India has a score of 52 runs.
India really off to a flyer. Going at 13s at the moment. 52 for no loss of just 4. So 50 coming up in a hurry. 52 for no loss, just 4 overs bowled. Zampa into the attack now. Massive last over there, 24 runs coming off it, all scored by Jaiswal. That's up in the air. This time he's gone straight and into the boundary for 4. What these 2 batsmen have done, they've just not allowed the bowlers to settle. They've been on the attack from the outset.
And taking on Adam Zampa, very first delivery. That's smart cricket. And look to overhit that one. Want to chip it over Zampa's head. Exactly does that. I haven't really seen Zampa bowling in the power play that often. Obviously, now forced Matthew Wade to get him on early.
Oh, that's class, Rob.
He jammed out there, but it's a great example of why Jason Behrendorff's role is such a specialist role. As we see these boundaries from the previous over, Sean Abbott got carved backward a point, the third man, and then when he came straight up, he was heaved over the leg side. That's the difference tonight. The first game, Behrendorff had control of the new ball, swung it. He's not playing tonight, and the whole dynamic of this Australian bowling lineup is completely different. Now they're under pressure. None for 57 already, India.
Bowling.
Again, good placement. Ball racing away to the boundary. This long, this deep mid wicket. And this is brilliant batting.
What I love about that shot there from Jasewell is the fact that that ball, a lot of the time, will go to the sweeper for one, maybe two. But he's in such good form, and he's placed it in that 56-metre gap between long on and deep mid-wicket. Pinpoint. Begs the question, why is there not a mid-wicket in?
Well, it's a clear message to the bowler that I'm coming after you. And that induces the loose delivery, as opposed to a bowler just allowed to bowl. Both these players are those kind of players. They'll take the attack to the opposition. Already you've seen the number of boundaries scored and the range and variety of shots all round the ground. 9 boundaries, 2 sixes already.
I think the thing about this field, though, to the left-hander in particular, Adam Zampa attacks the stumps. So as a left-hander, he has to take a risk if he wants to go through the offside, square of the offside, but he needs the extra protection on the leg side, and he hasn't got it.
So 5 gone, 62 for no loss. $62 for no loss. Tim Cable into the attack. In fact, Nathan Ellis. 1 over for 3 runs before this. Ellis back in the attack as India motor along. 62 for no loss. This is the last over of power play, so they'll still be looking to attack the bowler. Wide signal, he's not happy.
That was wide. That was really, really wide. Having said that, the length that the Australian fast bowlers have bowled, you mentioned this pitch can be tricky, a little too paced. Wouldn't you guys want the bowlers to bowl a little fuller rather than the length that they've bowled, where they've allowed the batters to play off the back foot? It gives that extra bit of time for the batter to settle himself down and pick the gaps.
Yeah, the key to scoring on this surface is not committing yourself to the slow track. You get the options to play a lot of shots off the back foot. Raj starting well with the boundary, then Jaiswal really getting into the act. Excellent placement. A wide range of shots. Both players complementing each other well. Jaiswal's not had much of the strike. 10 deliveries for him as opposed to Jaiswal's 21. That's hammered. 2 points for 4.
Exactly the point I was making. Obviously this was wide enough as well, apart from the length. Too short, too wide. Easy for Jaiswal.
Yes, it's not the first time he's gone in that direction, but the placement is so good. He's hit it square, he's hit it fine. As many as 3 fielders behind point and a sweeper, and he's still getting boundaries there. Pulls it this time for 4. So back-to-back boundaries. And this is a terrific start. Power play still not done. 3 balls to go.
Christmas is coming early here for the Indian batsmen. Australia are serving it up on a platter. Once again, into the track, pace off. And Jaiswal was just ready to pounce. This time he decides to pull it. He had that much time. He's been on a cutting mission already. Australia might have won the toss to get away from the dew, but they're paying the price here for being sloppy with their length.
How good is that? There's power, there's deft touch, and a terrific half century here for Jaiswal. It's come up just 24 balls. A real quality stroke play.
A magnificent knock. And he hasn't really pushed himself. He just played normal cricketing shots. That's his strength. Anything outside off stump. But the range you mentioned before. And the smartness. Being aware of the pace, the gaps. Brilliant.
That's wide. That's the pressure that's being put on the bowler. This is India's highest power play score against Australia in T20 cricket. And Simon, just a thought here. Seeing this slow surface, there's a lot of slower deliveries attempted. But the batsmen have been smart. They've camped on the back foot, looking to play the cut and the pull. And I can understand the number of short, slow deliveries into the pitch being bowled if the batsman's coming down the track, looking to hit off the front foot down the ground, can make a difference. But here, he set himself up nicely, expecting it.
That should be wide again. But again, with that kind of feel as a batter you're expecting, right? You got a deep point or you got a deep square leg, and you know the bowler's not going to pitch it up because they're protecting that shot. They're protecting anything which is back of length. Very smart of these two batters for sure. The back of the hand slower, too wide.
Well, the other interesting part, Ravi mentioned it earlier, about the ball potentially swinging here because of the humidity. And that's right up Berendorf's alley, particularly to the left-hander.
This time it's taken. A fuller delivery. And he's been rewarded. So too much of this lower stuff. Finally one pitched up. And a fine innings comes to an end.
Rare mistake from Jaiswal. But Ellis getting that ball fuller. It looked like back of the hander again. No, it was on speed. But much fuller. Probably just lost his shape a little bit there, Jaiswal. Lost his front side. End up slicing it. And a good catch taken at short, third man. By Adam Zampa, I think.
Yes, he's kicking himself. He knew he was in here for a big one. He's looking to hit it too hard, but a fine innings. 53 of just 25, 77 for 1. So left-hander replacing a left-hander. Ishan Kishan, fresh from a very good innings in Visakhapatnam. So Ishan Kishan has come out. Last ball of power play. So 50 now off that over. After 6, India 77 for 1.
India has 3 balls, 77 runs on 1 wicket.
Still to come, Surya Kumar Yadav, Rinku Singh, same team. Played in the last game for India.
45 or mid-wicket? 45 or...
As well, he's saw Maxwell's. Interesting to see how much purchase the wrist spinner gets. And short, pulled away. Good effort in the deep.
It was brilliant from Steve Smith there, which looked like a certain boundary. But again, Tanveer Sangha didn't have a good night last time around. Bowls a half tracker, gets away with it because of that brilliant piece of fielding.
Oh yeah, nice bowling, Shane.
Well, that's the length, and especially on this dryish pitch, if you're looking to get anything out of that surface, got to pitch it up.
Just a little bit of dew already. You can see him wiping the ball. Interesting to see how the pitch behaves once there is dew. Oh, beauty! Oh, ball tipping and zipping through. You expect a wrist spinner to get a lot more than a finger spinner. Comes from touches off the surface.
Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Pitching on leg stump, maybe even outside leg stump. Also the fact that he's so quick in the air and flat in the air doesn't allow the batter to use their feet as much as they would like to. Yeah, but what a start for India, especially that knock from Yashasvi Jaiswal. Yeah, pitched up, losing its shape, was trying to overhit that one and gets that top hand off the bat as well. That's how hard he wanted to hit that one. And finally get that breakthrough that Australia was looking for.
Yeah, it's a great example to young players. He played beautiful cricket shots, as you'd mentioned earlier, Deep. Placement, timing, and on that occasion just tried to overhit the ball, and he's paid the price. But sometimes it's better to underhit the ball rather than to overhit it.
Oh yeah, nice.
So tidy over in the circumstances, just 4 of it, 81 for 1. See the bowler's expensive Stoinis going for 8 in his first, but Ellis 18 of 2. Sean Abbott 24 of the only over he's bowled. A spin at both ends. Well struck. Beats the field down the ground. So Ishan Kishan is away with the boundary. His first.
Adam Zampa really likes to attack the stumps. That's exactly what Ishan Kishan wants. He's so powerful in Vizag in the first game. You can see the wrong in there. It's just too full. And he pounces. Tim David's relatively square at deep mid-off. He smashed it straight back past the umpire. Beautiful.
Oh, he's coming, Zorb, he's coming. Wanted to run down there,
It's quite intriguing to see whether the dew negates any help off the surface. You mentioned about how the pitch is going to behave. Also, if that ball gets wet, it's going to be difficult for the spinners to grip it.
Yes, Zorb.
That's better. Must seen already in this 7 overs, 7.3 overs. especially when the spinners have bowled. They've allowed the batsmen to play too much of the back foot. And they've got to get the ball up on a surface like this where even if there's dew, the odd ball won't spin. It'll skid through now. And at least it will make the batsman think. Pitch it short, the batsman has enough time to play the field. Two is the call.
Brilliant from Gaikwad. Lovely ability to try and get that ball to stop around the inner circle. And the players that do that well pick up easy twos, minimum of risk. Talk about the dew, Ravi, which makes it a gutsy call for Australia to pick two leggies because they didn't know what they were going to do at the toss. They were lucky they won the toss.
Mentioned about Jason Berndorf has to be injured. Otherwise, it's not being selected is very surprising.
Yeah, but at the toss, he said everyone's available. That makes it that much more surprising.
That means even Travis Head is available. Has to be something. Has to be a niggle or... He was the best bowler in the last game, either side. He gets away with it. 8 of the over, 89 for 1 after 8.
India after 8 overs, 89 runs on 1 wicket.
Phenomenal start for India. The first 6 overs. Pick back a bit. Last couple. Sangha to bowl his second. Yeah. The interesting part is shot again. Gets away with it. Couldn't find the gap.
I've been really surprised so far in the line they've bowled to Kishan because we saw the graphic from the first game and he was so powerful on the leg side, slog sweeping, hitting wider mid-on before, and they got him out throwing it wider and fuller and he got caught out at deep extra cover and we haven't seen one of those yet. Kishan.
Oh, nice.
What we've seen, Cato, is no significant plan. I mean, you think about the last maybe 4 or 5 overs in a T20 game and the captain's working overtime with set plays. But inside the first 6 as well, you have to really understand, okay, you're going to go one side of the wicket, then you go all in on that plan.
Nice bowling, boy.
I mean, there's huge gaps. We just saw that up on screen. It's a very fast outfield. You've got to defend one side, which you've got to have a set play. You've got to have a set plan. You've got to have a really succinct partnership between captain and what your bowler is going to and trying to achieve. And to me, it's just been all wrong inside those first few overs in particular.
If we were talking about the length that the seam was bowled, that was kind of baffling on a slowish or 2-pace pitch.
Oh, nice bowling.
The best length would be to bowl fuller rather than shorter. And the only wicket that they've got is bowling fuller again. And look at that pitch map. It's a clear indication. Every time the bowlers have gone short, they've been punished. Anything short has gone for 270. That's the strike rate. And even that 138, which is the good length, as we call it, has predominantly been on the shorter side, more towards the 8 meter rather than the 6. Another tidy over, 94 for 1.
India had almost 94 runs.
Beautiful Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. It's hot and humid, it's breezy as well. .94 for 1 after 9. After a blistering start, the spinners, Adam Zampa and Tanveer Sangha, did a fairly decent job last 3 overs. Back to the quicks again. It's going to be Sean Abbott. It's very expensive in his first. Go shot again. Oh, good feeling. Almost got that boundary. Ruturaj.
Well, he went for 24 on his first over, Sean Abbott. And we just take another look again at that pitch map. Really good piece of fielding. Tim David running around. He's a big unit. It's an important stop, I sense, because Abbott went for a boundary off his first 3 deliveries. He would have gone for another one there. Goodness knows what would have happened mentally. Could have just imploded. Now have a look at this. So the strike rate there, when it's short, one is in that sort of 2-6-4 zone. But it's also with those boundary balls, they were both on pace and they were gas on, and they also had fields that were set for non-specific type bowling. So they were hedging their bets the whole time. So it suggests to me that just the plan and the communication, maybe even rather than the plan, wasn't there to execute.
Trying to overhit that one.
Yeah, so watch these first couple of deliveries here from Abbott. His very first ball was a slow ball, wide. Gave Jaswell a chance to cut it away. Second one again, slow ball. Third one was gas on, no third man. Fourth one, dispatched to the onside. It was just a nightmare. It was a nightmare as a mixed plan, unfortunately, and now Australia are chasing the game. That's the sort of batting effort, because I don't reckon this is anywhere near a 8-9 run and over tight wicket.
We've dropped half a chance there. Difficult one, but again the length, keep an eye out on that. It's a lot fuller. Pace off, but fuller.
Just quickly, Kato, to qualify that though, there is a lot of dew. I didn't expect there to be dew this early, so you can add another maybe 1 or 2 onto the actual scoreboard. The run rate. Just because of that fact alone, the grippers won't be able to hold the ball. Be difficult in the field, and the pace on. Bowling cutters with the new ball when it's wet. It's got to be hard.
Yeah, but the good part about this dew is it's early, so it's not that one team will be affected more than the other. So it's the same for both the teams. That's a quick one. Oh, almost there to Adam Zampa. He's in no position to play that shot. 100 comes up with that single.
Brilliant short ball from Sean Abbott. Right out Kishan, got it to head high. He swatted it away. Just wonder whether someone a little bit quicker than Adam Zampa could have got to that with a dive. He pulled out probably a stride early.
single to finish the over. And a good comeback for Sean Abbott. 7 from that. 101 for 1 after 10. It's time for a drinks break.
The new Peugeot Landtrek, tested over 4.5 million kilometers on all kinds of terrain, and tested by your best buddy, built for the toughest 4x4 conditions. But your toughest conditions might be different, designed to impress everyone. Yes, everyone. The new Peugeot Landtrek, allure that endures. Visit a Peugeot dealer near you.
I wanna go on a vacation. I wanna get vibe on. You know, I wanna go and get under the sun. I wanna go on a vacation. I wanna get vibe on. You know, I wanna go and get under the sun. Wanna go on a vacation where everybody's fun. You know, I like to go and get under the sun.
What's the best part about being at a cricket game?
The atmosphere,
the people.
full of us. We love the vibe, the cheers.
Let's go, South Africa. Book your seat at ticketpro.co.za.
We Italians are fun. We Italians drink Lupini Zambuca only one way. No sippy, no.
Can someone working alone solve all the world's biggest challenges? Isn't collaboration the way we'll make lighter, more sustainable packaging and generate limitless energy? At SABIC, we believe the chemistry between people is the chemistry that matters. SABIC.
And a 5 hours still in that dugout for India. Tilak Naidu, Captain Surya himself. Very good comeback as far as Australia is concerned. Last 4 odd overs. There's Surya out there having a chat with both the batters.
Well, if anything that both these two teams have discovered over the last couple of months is that you can never take anything for granted. When you think early doors, Australia, when it came to that World Cup campaign, they were just off. You could sense, and you could always sense it in the field, the communication between captain, the fielding efforts, even the pull out there of Adam Zampa. You can just sense that there's just something not quite right in terms of their ability at the moment to really switch on. And India equally as well, Deep. You know, they had such an awesome campaign, but you could tell that they were up and about for that huge run chase in the last match.
You mentioned about the Australian bowlers. Has it got to do anything with a new captain, a different kind of a mindset, and how he wants to lead the side, Matthew Wade?
Not a bad one-handed shot, actually. Could have called for one. Oh, look, I think all of the above, Deep. I think it's got to be a massive hangover from the World Cup. I mean, it's so hard to mentally take a break, to be up for a tournament like this. But you've got to find a way. There's got to be...
Oh, yeah, bowling, boy.
People's careers are counting on it. Young Aaron Hardy, for example, who didn't feature in the first match, now not playing in this one. Got to find a way. Tanvir, you know, this is a really important tournament in the context of young careers for both teams.
Absolutely, and let's not forget, we've got, another World Cup, T20 World Cup in 6 months' time, or even less than that. And a lot of these guys are kind of playing for their spots and their positions in that team. This definitely is a very, very important series from that perspective. Not that both the teams are playing a lot of T20 games before the World Cup. I guess it's roughly around 10 odd games from here on till the World Cup, which is not a lot of games. But
think you've got to also, Cato, really lean into the fact that it's going to be tough for some of these players. You know, so making sure that from a coaching point of view that you allow players to compromise on potentially their preparation. But the one rule, the golden rule, when you cross the line, you've got colours, international colours on, it's really important that you time that and you've got to be up for it.
Right moving.
Yeah, it's spot on. I think it's an international match. You're trying to win a game for your country. The tricky part of this is that there's no doubt in the background selectors for both teams trying to look at players in certain roles or giving them opportunities in different roles that they might not be accustomed to. So, for instance, tonight Nathan Ellis bowls a little bit more in the power play than he's used to, because he's generally more outside the power play and back end of the inning.
Bowling, great bowling,
And that's where, by not picking Behrendorff, they give these guys an opportunity. It might be that Zampa bowls a bit more in the power play and Abbott bowls more in the power play than they might be accustomed to in their normal roles. So we don't know that. That's the challenge that the selectors have got, communicating that to all of the players.
He's hit it in the gap. That's good fielding again from Steve Smith. It's quick to cut the angle and reach the ball.
As we see here, Adam Zampa is so good at getting it under the batsman's swing. He knows he's trying to go aerial there, Kishan, but he gets it under. Can't get that elevation that he wants to get the maximum. Clever from Zampa.
Oh, that's great bowling.
A good run, another good over though. Just 5 runs from it. 106 for 1. A good comeback for Australia. It's 29 of the last 5 overs. Especially the spinners, they've done really well. If you keep in mind the conditions, the dew and everything else, both Zampa and Sangha. Zampa has gone for 23 in his 3. He bowled his first over in the power play where he went for a few. Sangha has been brilliant, just 9 of his 2. Stoinis back into the attack. Bowled the first over, went for 8. Put inside the circle. I expect a lot of those pace off from him.
Yeah, and a great example of Gaikwad sitting back in the crease there. You see these highlights. Jaiswal early on, he was so powerful against Maxwell, and then cutting the ball beautifully and then pulling the ball against Sean Abbott. 53 on 25. Future superstar in the making in all formats for India.
That's good bowling. Pace off, away from that swing. Something that you were talking about, Garo, a while ago as well. Forcing the batters to go offside. And especially Ishan Kishan. Wow, the strike rate against score ones. 233. But let's not forget, that's like predominantly the first 6 overs.
Yeah, that's right. You watch that thing, that graphic there that you watch flip on its head. All of a sudden, the faster ones will be more difficult. Bang, crunched away. Let's have a look at the pace of that. I think it's a slower one as well, and it's been smoked.
.113 k's an hour, Haydos. That's not quick at all, and it was asking to be hit. Straight into the arc of Ishan Kishan. He doesn't miss out on those. Once again, Australia paid the price for bashing this ball into the surface.
She's got to stop Ishan Kishan from playing on the onside. He's guilty of bowling too straight. Got punished. That's his go-to shot as well.
At the first boundary after 25 balls as well at that stage. Needed to have a little injection, India. Was so good inside that first 6. And the last 5 have been quiet. This wicket is actually starting to reveal its true face, I feel. Going to be acutely important now that these Australian bowlers just keep on backing their plans, backing their skills.
Shot of the fielder again. How many times have we seen this so far in the series? In the first game as well, and now here. A little surprise there, I felt, with Raj Gaikwad's pace on was kind of quickish.
Yeah, that one, 129 Ks, so fractionally quicker. Just clothed it behind square leg. A couple now that just landed safely in that gap.
Quite a few pace off, and you would expect that from Stoinis. Slow one, but too straight. Gets away with that. 10 from that 12th over. It's 116 for 1.